Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Hello? Snap out of it and click the shutter already.
Hedge your bets.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This is double speed.
Still waters of oblivion.
This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Look out! You've got something interesting.
I bear no harm. I just want everyone to be safe. Roaming around a place like the Abyss with weapons in tow is a show of provocation. Those soldiers are minions of the Strife Titan. They're not known to stop until all invaders fall under their feet. If you continue brandishing your weapons, you won't only be putting yourselves in the crossfire. Their looming blades will come down on the heads of the innocent. It's difficult to tell if you're friend or foe when you appear out of thin air. Even without your weapons, a great power still lurks within you. I could be putting myself in harm's way for all I know. I'd be unwise not to take precautions. So, care to share the reason for dropping in on us? Visitors from above?
Fine on. Look what you did again! Taking off only to get yourself into trouble? Oh, you even ruined his weapon! Now you've really gone and done it. This is no way to be treating strangers!
I was just trying to fix our problem in the safest way possible.
How is this safe? Hello, friendly strangers. Let's all simmer down and cool our jets. We're all humans here. No need for things to get so heated. Snowy's just worried you're baddies from above, but we know you two are nothing of the sort. Oh, right, you don't know us yet. We are Treeby from Yanisopolis, and this is Snowy. Hurry up and apologize to them.
All right, if you say so, Treeby. I apologize for my earlier behavior. I was overly wary because both of you landed in this tumultuous region. Put me on high alert. Not from above the sky, but beyond it.
Wow, that's something else altogether. You're lucky you met us then.
She means you're lucky because we won't hurt you, but the same can't be said for others. Let's talk somewhere else. You've seen it firsthand, it isn't safe out here. As you saw, there are still many refugees who haven't been freed in the temple. We're here to rescue and escort them to the holy city, Akima. They're the reason I had to be absolutely sure you were not here with ill intent, and why I wanted you to put away your weapons. If something were to occur, they would have no way of protecting themselves. I'm Finan, from ID's Elysiae. Sorry if I offended you just now. Friction really does spark friendships, huh? Here, you can have your weapon back.
And here's your spear. Don't worry, this is entirely on Snowy. I'll make sure he fixes it for you.
It seems I'll have to treat Cartonis to a couple of drinks again.
Virtus, you acted on your own to ask the Chrysosairs for help? To bring us into their so-called holy city, no less. We are priests of Yanis, born as footless birds. How could we possibly endure being confined to one place?
We've lost far too many to Nikador's forces, Mr. Noldus. I only want for everyone to settle down somewhere safe and to be able to sleep soundly.
Lose your faith, and you lose everything. Do you seriously think you can seek shelter in Akima? Nowhere is safe with the end times looming. I've said my piece. Leave if that's what you want. Everyone else is staying in this temple, where we enjoy the protection of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity.
Don't make this decision in haste, sir.
I appreciate the concern, esteemed Chrysosair. But please, respect that we have the right to choose our own fate.
I'm sorry you had to see that, esteemed Chrysosair. These two with you are...
Travelers from afar. They're also headed for the Holy City. If memory serves me right, you are... Virtus? Please, you may call me Finan. What was that just now?
It's an honor you remember me, Finan. We are priests from Yanisopolis. Armies of the Strife Titan destroyed our home, forcing us to flee across many lands until we arrived here. A few days ago, I watched another companion fall to those monsters, and I was shattered. I offered a prayer to Akima, thinking the answer would take time, at least enough for me to convince Mr. Noldus. I didn't expect your arrival to be so swift. Excuse me, sir. Everyone knows about the prophecy. How is it that you...
Virtus, right now, we must focus on convincing Mr. Noldus to return. The Abyss is swarming with fierce enemies, and they have no way to defend themselves, leaving them vulnerable to all kinds of danger. My friends, I have a rather bold request. The two of you are quite capable. Might I trouble you to fetch Mr. Noldus? Treeby will join you. She can also answer any questions you may have. You two are truly honorable. I'll stay behind to guard Virtus and the rest. Go quickly and come back safe.
I'm sure you two have a ton of questions, don't you? As for why we should speak in private, that's because quiet places are better suited for communicating with one another. Judging by your reactions, you aren't lying about being newly arrived travelers. In that case, don't blink or you'll miss the next part. Also, Snowy wouldn't dare make plans for us. It's more like the other way around. Alright, silence please! We are about to summon a miracle. We, thy humble descendants, doth surmount the myriad of passages of Yanis to stand before thee and receive the scales of judgment. O selfless arbiter Talantin, declare us innocent in the name of the law. away the fruits of the present in exchange for the sweetness of the past. We summon thee, Orynyx, to lift thy curtain of memory. Once again stir the ripples of past reverie.
How is that possible? Did Orynyx's prayer fail?
My two friends, don't stray too far away from us.
Stop panicking. As long as we're with them, we'll be fine.
Amazing, isn't it? Now that we're here, we can speak in peace. Huh? But why does it feel a little too quiet? Just what I was afraid of. So much for a peaceful chat. The history lesson will have to wait, my friends. We must help Mr. Noldis. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. You both have impressive fighting skills.
Or maybe you'll take it all.
I weep for the
I'm sorry.
It too shall fall.
Oh, thank you. The three of you saved our lives.
Mr. Noldis, Virtus was right. It's too dangerous for all of you to be here. Please, come back to Akama with us.
I believe I've made my stance clear, my child. Us priests would rather die in the pursuit of faith than live in a foreign land.
Sir, we deeply understand your faith in the Titans. Perhaps in your eyes, Kefali, the protector of the Holy City, is but a god from a foreign land. But we swear to you, in the name of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity, that so long as the Chrysoceres live, Akama will protect all followers of the Titans. We are one and the same.
You swear in the name of Yanis? Who are you?
Don't you remember, Noldis? Our name is Trebios.
What? You're the High Priest? Why do you look like a child? Oh no, to think that I, a mere tribal priest, dared lecture you on faith. Oh, how ludicrous! Please, forgive my transgressions.
Noldis, we do not wish to force you, but please think of the people in your tribe. The young place their trust in you, just as you place your trust in us. If you stay, they will remain here too, doomed to fall under Nikodor's spear.
If that is divine will, then I have no reason to disobey. High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
Mr. Noldis, I'm glad you're all right.
Virtus, I still disagree with your methods, but it doesn't matter now. Let us place our trust in the Chrysoceres.
The Dromus caravan that's supposed to meet us isn't here yet, so let's all rest where it's safe for a while. Of course. Please, come this way. I see you've both been made aware of our troubles. I'm grateful for your understanding, so in return, please ask me anything you wish to know. Just as the word implies. It's the time of strife before the world meets its end. To be precise, it's the whole world that's coming to an end. The ancient gods of Amphorius, once worshipped by humanity, they now stand as their foes. The prophetic deliverers, with golden blood coursing through their veins. It's a gift from the three Titans of Fate. With their blessings, priests can awaken shadows of the past to alter reality.
You're putting it too lightly. Don't make miracles sound like a tool you can simply use at will.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not good at telling stories.
Yet a tedious and overly long explanation isn't ideal either. Let me think. Oh, right! Virtus and the others are priests from Yanisopolis. They should be adept at playing the lyre. How about playing a song for our two friends? There's a ballad that's been passed down in Amphorius since ancient times. Happiness abound in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus, you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephali, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden ichor spills unto the land, forming the boiling river that flows through the legacies of heroes who take their stand.
Huh?
Don't worry, that's just our rescue. Time to get up, everyone!
These large, mild-mannered creatures are called Dromas. They're humanity's most loyal companions. We'll be relying on them to get us through the rugged mountain roads on the way to the Holy City. Dromas are very docile. Even first-time riders can steer them easily. Here, give it a try. Remember to hold the reins tight.
I forgot to mention, don't touch their white stone humps. When the Earth Titan blessed these creatures, it said they also stuffed their ill tempers into these humps.
See? Easy, wasn't it?
Everyone, how did you find our lyre performance earlier? We've been in exile for many days and haven't touched our instruments in a long time. I fear our skills have grown rusty, and we've made a spectacle of ourselves.
No, not at all. Your performance was wonderful, sir.
It's been a long time since we sat together like that and sang ancient ballads to our heart's content. I'm grateful to all of you for reminding me of those glorious and peaceful times. Looking back now, I admit I was too stubborn. Perhaps you really can save Amphorius from its doom, just like how the four of you heroes saved our very lives and faith today.
Suffering's bad for your health, and it won't help your faith much either. That's why it's our inherent duty as Chrysos heirs to free everyone from suffering. It's also the reason for the Holy City Akima's existence. The only human city left in our present day.
Hey now, don't be so serious. You're bringing the mood down. Anyway, in short, the Holy City is absolutely safe. Everything will be fine once we get there. Is everyone properly seated? Then we're off! Next stop, Akima!
Hedge your bets.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's on me.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You both fought so bravely. Are you Chrysos heirs from a foreign land? Please, I beg of you, save Akima. The Mad King Nikador has returned. Look, there's strife and conflict everywhere. Thank you. Your comrades are fighting inside the city. Fate will guide you to them.
main road's been blocked off. Treeby?
Don't panic. Leave this to us. I summon the Oryx! Lift the curtain and stir up ripples of past reverie!
It's you two. I'm sorry we got you involved again. I never expected Nikador to lead an army and launch a surprise attack on the Holy City at a time like this. They and Kefali have always been mortal enemies, but now they've gone mad like a vicious beast. You have my gratitude. Thankfully, Akuma is not completely unprepared. The prophecy had warned us about this. This is a catastrophe, but it's not the end.
Mr. Noldus and the others have gone to seek shelter. Leave the rest to us. You should evacuate along with the citizens.
I don't doubt your skills, but... Very well, but please remain by my side. These pests can't hurt you, but our companions, those known as the Chrysos heirs, their attacks do not discriminate between friend and foe.
Oh, Kefali, throne of worlds, please end your long silence and grant humanity protection.
No. It's very safe here.
The prophecy has already revealed that the light of Kefali will shine upon all.
Watch! No one will die! The heroes will protect the city!
Leave them be. Just as Mr. Noldus reveres Yanis, faith is all some people have left in a world teetering on the brink of collapse. To honor their faith is the sacred duty of the Chrysos heirs. Minions of strife, you shall not harm these people!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Still waters of oblivion.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bodies everywhere. How could so many enemies have made it to the front gates? Where were the city guards?
Snowy! We're back. We are Trian. We are Trinan. We are Treeby. Wait. No! Now is not the time for introductions! Snowy, D has been trading blows with the main forces for what feels like forever. From the skies to the city. Hurry up and assist him!
I knew it. He gets reckless once he gets the urge to kill. I'm relying on you three to handle the task of getting the citizens to safety.
Don't worry! With us here, we can just use the Sentry Gate to whoosh the people to the safest place in Emporius! Wouldn't that be Akuma? Stop messing around and help the people! Anywhere is fine, just send them to somewhere safe!
Don't worry. Although they are a little childish, the trio are experienced Chrysos heirs, and one of the pillars of Akuma. Therefore, they can definitely be trusted. Well, let's keep on moving then, Eliminate the enemies on the main road and leave the rest to the Holy City's guards. They're all trained and experienced elites.
See Lady Trina has come true.
Lord Finan! You're finally here. Quick, save the Grand Craftsman. He's surrounded by enemies!
What? Cartonis! Hang in there!
The rear is secured now. This is the result of your efforts?
Quit messing around. You know who we're dealing with.
Carelessness will be your downfall. Deliver. Mere child's play. A true fight between us would shatter them with the aftershocks alone. Who are you?
Enough, Mike. Are you trying to destroy the Holy City?
No dirty tricks, of course. Watch your head. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Cartonis!
Finan.
I'm glad that you're okay. As for you, Mighty, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't your responsibility be protecting the citizens?
What is that supposed to mean? Who are you implying isn't a citizen here?
Don't evade the question. Aglaia told us to protect the citizens. Are you ignoring what she said?
It is you who forgot the second half of her words. Her original words were, protect the citizens and eliminate the invaders. The crisis in the Holy City will be resolved once we've eliminated Nikador. Speaking of which, since you've never considered the pair over there to be citizens, they seem to fit the definition of invaders. The three priests of Yanis share the same appearance and mind, and their senses are also interlinked. The Achaemins have long been aware of your presence and what you have been doing. You trust him that much? I suggest you think twice.
Provoking your allies at such a critical juncture. Whose side are you on?
From the moment we first met, I already told you that regardless of whether it's in the past or in the future, the people of Kremnos will never agree to make peace with the likes of you. As the successor of Kremnos, I, Mighty, am not able to act independently on such matters. Furthermore, things have escalated to a point where I must warn you, esteemed guests, that your host is anything but proficient in the ways of hospitality.
Enough. The time for internal strife now is not. Still on the offense, the Mad King is, and must be stopped by the Chrysos heirs.
I have not forgotten about what needs to be done. Stand down. I'm more than capable of taking care of what's ahead by myself. As for you, Nikador is in the Marmorial Palace. Aglaia told me to stay out of it. So, go ahead. Deliver.
I don't need you to tell me that.
You. What's your name? Is that not also strange?
Well, that's the Chrysos heirs. Revered as heroes by the masses, but still imperfect mortals at their core.
What is it, outsider? Do you fear the Lance of Fury's raging flames? Or perhaps you'd care to spar with me?
Avoid getting too serious with Mighty, because he means every word he says.
That is true. Of this, you can be assured.
What a mess. Yes, Treby acted with haste. This is Marmorial Market, the most important residential and living area in the Holy City. Pushing through by force would undoubtedly result in needless casualties. But now our backup is here.
Lord Finon and the two guests. Welcome to Akama.
When I heard your footsteps, I thought death was already writing my final chapter before my heroic journey had even begun. Miss Castorus?
An abrupt ending to an epic that has barely begun might also amaze the people. But today, Lord Finon, Akama needs you.
Well, if the Mortician of the Holy City says I'm needed, then it sounds like I'm gonna live through this mess.
Well, that isn't for me to decide. All I can do is clear the obstacles and guide you to the place of Nikador's descent. Dear guests, if you would, I'd like you to please follow me. And kindly keep 5 paces distance. In the face of death, strife will also cause hesitation to arise. I am the shadow of death. There are also some enemies who are difficult to subdue by presence alone.
The scent of blood. Are you an attendant of the Hand of Shadow?
No, I'm nobody's attendant.
You can try to avoid and hide it. But you obviously came from the world of the dead. Akama, Chrysos heirs. What cowards! We live by loyalty and glory, while you live by weakness and deceit.
I'm so glad that you're not my history teacher. How much can we trust the words of someone who has sunk so deep into madness? However, if you're standing here out of loyalty and glory, then I shall draw my blade and grant you a warrior's end.
Come to arms.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Watch your head.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
As you wish.
Lady Aglaya once said that your time is extremely valuable and shouldn't be wasted on unnecessary conflict. I have the power to lay them to rest.
I was about to say the same. It's pointless to waste your strength on these pawns. Let's go. It's time to face strife.
Once there, you must turn into birds and fly toward the final battlefield.
Miss Castris, why aren't you joining us?
I must stay here and ensure that these soldiers do not destroy the city. Although faith is more important to the vast majority, there are still quite a number of citizens who care more about their worldly possessions.
I understand, but...
There is no need for worry. The citizens have already been evacuated, and the only living things in the vicinity are the three of you. As Lady Aglaya instructed, no civilians will be affected by this.
Do excuse my impropriety. Well then, I'll see you later, Miss Castris.
Then... could you all quietly leave?
Memorial Palace, the Lance of Fury, Nikador. They're all there in the distance. That battle cry once crushed all in its path. It knocked down foes and allies alike, leaving people as fragile as reeds in a gale. My limbs trembled uncontrollably as my weapon clattered to the ground. I could hear nothing but the frenzied and shameful beating of my own heart. Fear. This is why the Strife Titan is revered. If a warrior can face this terror and still step forward, no trial thereafter can shake the weapon in their hand. You two, if you wish to retreat, this is your final chance to do so. Looks like the both of you have indeed braved many dangers. Trailblazer? What an interesting concept. Surely on your worlds there must also be a Titan which is revered by the masses. But there's no need to further confirm your resolve. We shall soon cross swords with the embodiment of strife. And yet, faced against this menacing threat, your resolve only gleams more intensely. Let's get going. In the era when Kefali had not yet fallen silent, none could stand as their equal. Today, we inherit the duty of the gods, safeguarding the inhabitants of Amphorius. Stand with me and become heroes! Deathly silence is the proud resonance of Nikador's war drums. Behind this watery veil awaits the arena of conflict.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Stay strong! Recall your convictions and everything you hold dear. If you can't do that, then think of death. For doing so might actually keep you alive.
different from what I remember.
Weaker. So, more distorted?
Going all in. Tabs on me.
This combat needs up. This is double speed.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
No dirty trick.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Watch your head. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Cast aside all distracting thoughts. To me, I shall withstand their wrath!
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
God! I'll extinguish your core flame, Titan!
This is double speed. We have the upper hand. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. More enemies.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Hedge your bets.
Enemy targets detected.
Move. This is not the true Nikador, just one of his many godly forms. The core flame isn't here.
New allies of Okima, welcome to Amphorius. While this welcome banquet is far from elegant, it has helped to remove any misgivings that we had. From this moment forth, you shall be treated as distinguished guests of the Holy City and of the Chrysos as... Curious about my eyesight? Well, I'm not blind. On the contrary, I can see much more than the typical person. Those with golden blood always have something extraordinary about them. For me, it's perception. I don't need light to measure the world. The wind carries messages along golden threads, delivering countless sensations to my fingertips. Just like how at this present moment, the virtues possessed by the both of you have turned into a warm current that pleases my skin.
A manifestation of Nikador. Could it be that my trial has not arrived yet?
By following the threads of fate, you have begun to write the opening chapter of your story. How do you feel?
Well, truth be told, I don't feel any different. I anticipated a greater challenge. When Trianne followed those escaped soldiers, was that part of the plan too?
Naturally. We have long foreseen this attack and didn't intend to waste such a golden opportunity. After Nikador succumbed to madness, their fortress disappeared into the fog, with no one being able to ascertain its location anymore. However, now that they have acted out of character and attacked Akima of their own accord, then the Holy City shall also uncover their hiding place and sound the horn of retaliation.
What an intricate plan indeed. I gave my word that after the situation stabilized, I would reveal all about Amphorius to our allies. However, given that Akima has just barely survived a calamity, and there are still many shaken citizens who need comfort, Aglaya, would you mind taking care of this in my stead?
Distinguished guests, since you have spared no effort in aiding the Holy City, I will naturally take care of you as well. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance.
You two can find me at Marmorial Market after you've grown tired of listening to her tales. In any case, I owe you my hospitality.
Now then, where should we begin? Beacon of the Trailblaze. No problem. Go ahead. What an interesting way to mark the start of your journey. I grow more and more curious about your cause. But please, let me first properly extend my hospitality to you. The conversation we must have will likely be quite lengthy, so why don't we go somewhere more suitable for that?